Potentially. Welcome to everyone who's joined us live, whether that be on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. That's right, we're on Twitter too, which is obviously bananas. So welcome. I'm joined today by Mr. Owen Jackson. Hello, Owen. Oh, no. Owen? Oh, no. Did I break Skype?
Swordgate 2.0.
And I'm also joined by Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Well, at least Mark's here. We'll try and get Owen back before we get started.
I can see him having a little panic. This is so much fun.
Did he? Oh, no, and then it's kicked us out of the server. I didn't save my army. Welcome to online gaming. It's loads of fun. Can you guys all still hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, good. Owen can't. Let's try and get Owen back before we do anything else. Owen, how you doing, babe? I'm not sure what's... I haven't muted you, babe. Promise you. Give you a microphone. Can you hear us? You can hear us, but we can't hear you. There we go. An exciting new challenge in the Honest Wargamer studio. We were all set up before we started. But
do you want me to host it?
The game is fine, yeah. That'll work. But we'll just... Anyway, if you guys are just joining us as the guys, just start saying things at me, Mark, while I talk. I'm just going to say hello to everyone. Today we're going to be taking you through setting up and playing Tabletop Simulator for Age of Sigmar. It's pretty easy. You need the game, as you can see here. It's available on Steam, and it's pretty cheap. You can play a whole bunch of games. You can also play 40k, Marvel Crisis Protocol, which we talked about this week, Blood Bowl, a whole bunch of stuff. But obviously today we're going to be talking about Age of Sigmar because a whole bunch of the dudes have been talking about Age of Sigmar. And so we are going to show you what that's like. And I think the start of this was perfect because let's try and get Owen. Owen, why don't you hang up and call back, bro? Let's try that. Or I'll call you back. Get Owen in the chat. I miss him already. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Ange, Diadrin, Propagation. Can you all hear me? Mark, you still there? Mark?
Owen?
Oh, you still there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Owen, yeah, we can hear you.
Rob. There you go. You're both back now.
Yes. Oh, wow. Amazing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. So, I'm joined by Owen.
I've lost you again. If you can hear me, I've lost you again.
Why? This is work.
Oh, no, there we go. I think I've got you back.
Oh, good.
Jesus.
Do you want to say hello?
I was supposed to be the authority on some computer-based program now, and like, I can't even get you to hear me.
On time today. Yeah. Hey, Virulent, War Machine, Gursey, thanks for being here. Mark, are you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Right, we've got this. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Am I joining the same server that I joined before?
Are you going to host it, O?
I'm hosting it, yeah, but you both dropped out. I think it was all down to my computer. Something horrible happened then.
So as you guys can see, I'll just take you through it. What's happened is Owen has created a game. You guys can also be the people who just click create. In this situation, though, I'm going to join a game. So I click join, and then I search for the server that's been set up by Owen, which is called Friday. Pretty simple. Search for it. The host is Mr. Pacho. That's the wrong one. Definitely not the right. I found the wrong game. I promise you, we were all super set up just before, as we started. Right, okay, let's find this. Friday. As you can see from this list here, there are loads of games being played of all sorts. So you can, once you own the game. Oh no, I've only got Friday the game set up by Mr. Pacho at the moment. I can't find anything else, Owen.
Shall I set up a new game quickly?
Yeah.
We'll I can invite you in there, and that'll actually show the viewers the sort of process.
Laurie Huggett Wild says this has provided me with lots of entertainment. I'm happy about that. Also, Laurie, hi. Hope you're doing well.
It's all for you, Laurie. Okay. So I'm going to create a game. Here we go. Multiplayer game. I'm going to create that server.
Yeah, we're going to create a server.
So, and then I'm going to load a map into it. Yeah, it's really user friendly. This
It is actually super user friendly for you guys who are a little bit like shocked by this. It's quite nice we're going through the how to get into the game system. So, like we've said, you just click join, you search for the game that you're going to search for. We're just waiting for Owen to set it up, and then we're going to play some Tabletop Simulator Age of Sigmar.
I've done that now. I've set up a new one. It is still called Friday with a capital F. So we'll see if we can find it.
So we're going to search for
little
it.
Search.
Still got the one by Mr. Pacho. Ah, there we go, Owen. And then we connect, and then we put in our secret password, which is... I'm not going to tell you guys. Oh, no, it says it. Damn, you all saw. Don't look. Don't join our server, you dicks. Right, here we go.
I'm going to promote you now, okay, Rob?
Yeah, please promote me to legend.
So, yeah.
On Rob.
Good.
So,
Normally, guys, you just join through Steam like you join any other game.
But I think because I'm hosting, it's gone a little bit special.
Yeah. Bless him.
Sorry, everybody.
Can you promote us and turn that setting off?
I've promoted Rob and Mark, which means they can now interact with all of the models and the scenery and move around.
Brilliant.
Otherwise, you can just spectate. So, Rob and Mark, I've promoted you both.
Right. So, as you can see, everyone, these boards have been set up specifically to play Age of Sigmar. This exact battle plan has been set up, and it looks pretty sweet. Let's be real. Look at this. There's a water tower, small little village. Maybe this could be a gravesite. There's these awful tokens. Not sure I'm happy about the tokens, but, you know, I'm sure maybe they could be adjustable. But it's pretty simple, right? Someone has basically set this up. So all you have to do, Owen, I'm right in thinking all you have to do is just download this pack, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we just go... I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to drag and drop your army down so you can sort of play around with it. And in the meantime, I could just give the viewers a brief overview of what, in the wider scale, what Tabletop Simulator actually is, if you like.
Please do.
So I'm going to dump... There's your beautiful fake dwarf army.
Woohoo!
Shots fired.
Well, there will be. I think Rob's going to play for... cannons, isn't he?
I just ignore this at this people talking crap about him at this stage. I'm fine. It's gonna be.
It's lazy,
good.
isn't it?
Don't rise to Rob.
I won't.
So, fundamentally, Tabletop Simulator is just a Somebody described. I think it was you actually, Mark, described it as a sandbox. So if you think of it, it's just a 3D environment whereby you've got an imaginary tabletop, and then you can then play any game in there. So you have people who play Catan, have people who play Zombicide, and there are special versions of Tabletop Simulator that you can download, whereby you then have the official Zombicide board and all the models and stuff like that. But if you wanted to play any Warhammer games, obviously it's not officially supported. So literally you create a games space, as it were, as what we're working in now, and then it's a 6x4 table, and then there's a workshop element within the game whereby lots of people who are far more computer savvy than me have designed 3D rendered model ranges, or they've designed some tokens, or they've designed dice, or they've designed terrain, and then you can then download which elements you want to play with within this sandbox, and things can be scaled up, scaled down. They can be locked in place so that you can't move or delete things. So this should be a shout out to Tyler Emerson, who set up not only this map, but he's set up a pre-laid out board for every single one of the GHB and the core rules. And within the workshop area of the game, you can download and save those battle plans, and then anytime you want a game, you can set up a bespoke board, but often for quick games, you can just download Shifting Objectives, download Battle for the Pass, and then host a game like we are now, invite people to come in and play, and then they're able to then, download their models that they've saved from the workshop and play a game, and that's it.
Yeah, so one of the things that I've just done for you guys to see at home is I've just created my army, as you can see, just by copy and pasting or moving things that I don't want here. And then I know for a fact, I think this is how it works, as I've got an army here, but I might want to go and play it in a different scenario. So I select them all, and then I think I save object, and then I save this as Rob's Awesome Dwarves. And then the next time and then I click save. So the next time I'm ever in a battle plan and I want to put this particular army down, I can just drop it, which is incredible, right? Because I could create millions of army lists, save them as folders, and then just drop them in at a moment's notice. I mean, it's kind of perfect Warhammer, right? You don't have to do any of the building and painting, but at the same time, also, I still feel it will lack always what it will be like playing someone in person. So as much as it's brilliant, and it is utterly brilliant, it's also, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, but Mark, what's your army?
So I have just gone for something pretty batshit crazy, and instead of buying all these Doom Wheels and Bombardiers, I thought I'd just put them in Tabletop Simulator and see if it works. So I have got 60 Clan Rats, pretty standard. I've got 4 Doom Wheels with my face on, and I've got 6 Bombardiers. I've also got a Warp Lightning Cannon and the Burning Head Endless Spell to try and... So basically I'm going to try and overload all these Bombardiers onto you and reroll the ones to hit to minimise me blowing up.
That's not bad. It's not a bad plan at all. My list consists of 30 Fireglaves, 4x10 Fireglaves, 3 Iron Demon War Engines, and then, he's not in there. The Bull Centaur is not. Then Shartor the Executioner, who is a beautiful model, who actually was given to me as a gift, and I have decided that I'm going to watch a painting tutorial start to finish to paint him, so he's ready to rock. But he's not one that I'm going to paint very quickly, so it's great being able to use him in Tabletop Simulator. Also because he's shit, so it's nice to put a crappy model on the board. And then the Bull Centaur Torok, who's my general, and then 2 Demon Smiths. So pretty simple army, truth be told. All of this in the the Chaos Dwarf book is pretty crappy, apart from these Kedai Fireboard, but that's the army. But so I'm right in thinking all this terrain just comes as part of the map, right?
Yeah. You can also bring your own terrain in. I've worked on maps where there's like bags of terrain, so you can set it up yourself. But
we have that actually, Mark. There are some little bags over near.
There you go.
And yeah, you can just literally grab. Oh, look at that! He's got
this is great terrain.
Yeah.
What's happened?
Got the storm bolt.
If you come join us in the corner, Rob. Just exploring the other optional terrain that we've just found. Oh, look at that! Have they got a better Skaven one?
So there you go. As you can see.
Yeah, you might.
So you can you guys can obviously see also that there's a significant difference between my models here and Mark's models over here.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say that unfortunately you won't get, because it's all free. It's a bit like, but I mean, this is phenomenal. Look at that Realm Shaper engine. It's outrageous that that's there. Yeah, that looks great. You've got the Loon Shrine, the Feculent Nalmor. So whichever 3D artists are doing this are obviously A, criminals, but B, brilliant.
Well, you know what, Rob? I think this is. I was thinking about this the other night. Imagine if GW actually properly supported this, and then you were able to download really beautiful 3D rendered like a pack. Imagine you buy a Warcry warband and you get the cards and stuff. Imagine a digital purchase where you're like, I want to buy, my Liberators, or I want to buy, you can basically buy units but in digital form, and then perhaps, there are more intelligent people than me, and I don't know if the software supports it, but perhaps they could be, animated at the click of a button. GW could make a killing on something like
I'd buy that.
Yeah, they would, but they would also lose the millions of pounds that they make in actual models, right? I don't know.
I love my own business as well. That doesn't
You
really
what?
show. That's not very good business. I said I run my own business, and I've just realised that that's a terrible idea for a business.
I mean, it's good for the consumers, which is us, obviously. And obviously, the thing to note for everyone at home is that this is done in the workshop. So just like when you play Skyrim and you can make it so that everyone that you fight is a cat, which is super exciting. This isn't endorsed by Games Workshop, which is, but it's cool. It's super awesome, and for people, it would be petty of them, I think, to stop it during the shutdown. If anything, this might encourage me to buy 6 Warlock Bombardiers, but I can see
if
how
this
people
works, I'm buying 6 Warlock Bombardiers and 4 Doom Wheels. It's happening.
Yeah. So, it's hard. Better business people than me would have to make the decision. And Owen, you're probably right. It still feels really great. Owen, you've been the one. Owen and Mark, you guys are on because you've played the most of this so far. You're also very serious competitive wargamers. So, and you go to lots of tournaments. So, how does it compare for you playing this compared to going to tournaments?
Do you want to go with this one, Owen?
No, you go, Mark. You go first.
Well, we haven't actually been to a TTS tournament yet, so we'll find out tomorrow. It's about as close as you're going to get, I think. It's not the same as sort of turning up with models that you've, spent time painting and pushing them around. You don't get the tactile feel, but it's so good for trying out army lists. I don't think I've played the same army list twice, and I've just been going with lots and lots of terrible army ideas, but lots of them, and just having a blast.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I think that's what it seems like it's good for. Is just being able to, as you can see, it's as simple as I want one more of this guy, even though you can't because he's unique, and then there he is.
Copy paste.
Yeah, just copy and paste. So it's almost as quick as my painting, but not quite.
Almost as good as well, right?
Yeah. Mike in the chat says, I just bought 2K Troggoths today after trying them out on Tabletop Simulator. I really love this as a tool to explore the mortal realms. Yeah. I agree.
He's right, and I think I did a few little pros and cons, a couple of notes. So just off the top of my head, I think as Mark says, you can just play any list, any army instantly, and I would mirror his thoughts in that I haven't played the same list twice in a row, and it's you can. Another really good thing is that you can pause and save the game state. So while the games do take a little bit longer, then you can pause, you can play people around the world. But really, I see it as a really good opportunity to just test stuff out, and it helps you make better purchases as well. Then. I do think some of the finer points are lost. I think it ends up being a game of sort of inches rather than millimeters when you're thinking about piling and stuff like that. And it can be a little bit clunky to try and work around terrain because the terrain almost has like an invisible halo around it, whereby when you try and go near it, you sort of fly up in the air. And well, you'll probably see if we have
just like real life.
So So if you guys are just joining us, wherever you might be joining us from, I can see Rock is over on YouTube. This is Tabletop Simulator on the Steam store. That's what this game this done a write-up, which we'll share out along with this. That you guys can go and find on how to. But this, and we'll include it in the show notes as well. Although if you are listening to this as a podcast, it's going to be a terrible podcast. Let's be honest. Okay. So should we deploy?
Yes.
Or should we take a tour of the board first? Like, there's Battleshock, Dead, Summonable,
I'll do my
Reserves.
terrain. You do a little tour.
Okay, as you can see here, there's stuff you can put in the Dead pile, the Battleshock pile, Summonable, and Reserves for stuff that's going to be deployed. You've got a mixture of tokens, which is nice, some flags to hold stuff, or some markers for yourself. Some people have them obviously in-game, but they can all be provided here. And then it's just mirrored on the other side for Mark, really. Which is fun. As you can see, all these presets, so I can't move the stone house, I can't move the tower, I have to keep it, and the board is...
You can move it, just so you know. If you right-click, toggle, and then lock, you can then move it.
Right, okay.
But the author has decided to come with it all locked, so you're just ready to go, and I think that's probably the best way, to be honest.
Alright, sweet.
What's quite nice as well is though that you can right click, and if you want to use terrain rules, you can just change the name of the piece of terrain to arcane, mystical, whatever, and then you don't have to worry about using a little token whatever for it. That's quite a nice little thing to do.
Oh, okay. The guys, I didn't know the stream might be dropping out. I'm not certain. I apologise if it is, friendos. Yes. Apparently, this is the perfect podcast. Should we put some units down?
Yes, but before I must insist a virtual handshake in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. And also, how many units have you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just 14.
Oh, 13 for me. 2, 4,
What?
8. 13. 13 for me. And what are you, 14?
14.
So unnarrative. That is
I know.
That is outrageous.
I can't believe I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just.
Might just kill a bombardier. Just for...
I'm going to roll. I've rolled a 2.
I've rolled a 5.
Okay.
So I'll deploy first.
Okay, so.
I'll try and be sort of... Whoa, here we go. Here's what we were talking about, the terrain. Oh, and if you've got that setting off, which allows sort of better placement.
Yeah, the grid setting. Let me just check that. Yeah, the snapping is off. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, that's fine. Okay, so 20 cameras down.
How did you grab a 10, like a line like that?
So it's go over to your Fireglaves, for example, and just like you would select a bunch of stuff in, I don't know, Paint or any other application, you hold down left click and you draw a little box over it. So you've got them all selected, and then left click and you move them all as a bunch. There you go.
Easy peasy. And then, so I know E and Q are rotate.
Yes.
So that's a pretty easy
Press
one.
F, Rob.
No, I'm not pressing F. I'm just going to flip them. So as you guys have seen already, one of the, not the problems, but there's a way to measure. So if you hold tab, you can measure. So I've got these guys on the line. So it's going to take me about, obviously, these guys aren't using the, or we're not currently using the Honest Wargamer circular marker. So I need to go somewhere. I think I need to get about 14 inches to get to be able to claim that objective. So that's one of the things that I think maybe it lacks a little bit. The tactile nature of you put a unit down and then you measure. Does that make sense? You know, when you're deploying units, how far away are you?
You kind of get used to that, to be honest. It kind of becomes, you have to sort, you know, when you put stuff down on a table in real life, that's sort of natural that you measure stuff like that. It just becomes natural once you've done this a few times. It just takes a bit of sort of practice, unfortunately, going over it, relearning those skills. So are you happy with that deployment?
Yep, I'm super happy. Thanks so much.
I'm going to try and put these down.
That's
as you can see,
legal. That's fine.
The terrain is preventing me. So one little tip you can do, if you hold down N, you can nudge stuff.
Nice. So that's an N, right?
Hold down N, and you can nudge stuff. It's not particularly elegant, but, you know, it's better than flying them all over the place. Which is basically what's happening now. They're clam rats, though. They know what they signed up for. Get in there.
They did. So the first of the choo-choo trains are going down. The Iron Demon War Engine, devastating in everything but close combat. So going to make sure he's right on the line. There we go.
Look at that. Tip of the spear, Rob? Tip of the spear.
Yeah, tip of the spear. Let's go.
Right. Okay.
One thing that you can do is you can obviously draw on the board, so you can measure out 9 inches away for a teleport, and then there's a draw function. The toolbar over on the left-hand side will the second button down allows you to draw lines and whatnot, and then you can erase them later as well. So yeah.
So I've actually got all of those deleted currently from the overlay for you guys, so it just looks like what it is. But there is a bunch of UI which I don't currently have up, so it just looks a bit more cinematic for you people watching at home.
Just put the doom wheel down.
Perfect. Perfect.
You may also notice I've put my face on the doom wheel, which is what I do when I'm bored. That's the advantage of having 2D models.
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't know how to put my face on a 3D model, despite how lovely it looks.
But look how great that looks. It looks so cool. Anyway, so yeah, second choo-choo train down. No worries there. I'm creating the Iron Phalanx. What do you guys think? Look at that. Choo-choo!
So
it's quite
I'm
devastating.
putting down a Warlock, and I've tinted him a slightly different colour because he has an artifact. And I put beep beep over his name, because that doubles the movement of a war machine that's close to him.
Ah, Warlock beep beep. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I've just put down my third Iron Demon War Engine.
Okay. I'm I'm going to put down a doom wheel.
Did you? I was just making sure. Easy peasy.
Another thing that's helpful is you can right-click on any unit or any individual model, and you can tint it. So if you've got sort of 3 units of clan rats, or you've got multiple units that look the same, you can make the bases all different colors, and then it allows you to differentiate much easier. Sort of like digital loom bands.
Digital
and also
loom bands.
You like that? And you can right-click on any item and change its name. So if you've got, a hero with a specific artifact or trait, you can sort of type that into their description. And also, it's a good way of logging the wounds. So you have 16 out of 16 wounds, and then you just change that name. You change the description as they lose wounds. A couple of nice little ways of just tracking, rather than having loads of tokens floating around on the board.
Yeah, that's actually super cool. If only you could do that in real life. But I guess that's what loom bands are for. Yeah, the loom bands of life.
That's what brains are for, mate.
So there we go. Another 10 Fireglaves down. I'm having a great time, let me tell you.
1, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my 7th drop. Just make sure I'm not getting ahead of you. It's going to be another rogue bombardier just at the front.
Okay, you got that. No problem. I'm not too stressed.
Nah.
So then Shartor the Executioner is going down. I'm not 100% certain about the scale of these guys, but he looks pretty massive compared to the Fireglaves. But there you go. So Shartor's down. He is a special named character. I would be unwary of him, but unless he gets into close combat.
Don't worry.
He's not going to. He's not going to. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Down goes my Bull Centaur General. Bull Centaur Torok General. As you can see, he's pointing the way to victory. You guys may have never seen Chaos Dwarves ever played by an expert, so this is a delight for all of you watching live.
It's first for me.
Me too.
I'm putting down some more clan rats.
You do know what all my stuff does, or you roughly know what it does?
This is going to shoot me. This is going to chop me with its axe.
Yes.
These guys, short range shooting, I don't know. It'll be fine.
Thank you so much for saying Squirrel Girl is the best Marvel character. I appreciate all of you who's tuned in.
Right. The general will go down.
Okay. My general's already down. I've got 10 more glaives to go down. At this point, I'm really struggling for space. And there isn't really... so they can just go there. They'll be fine.
Okay. Another doom wheel.
Okay. And then another 10 will go here. As you can see, I've gone for a very symmetrical deployment. You guys
Another
might be
doom wheel.
interested. And then finally, my Demon Smith. So where are your Warlocks?
They're dotted around.
Okay, let's do a quick measure. 38 inches. Okay. So I've got one Chapoli there. So one Demon Smith. I'm going to tint him so I can just spot them in the crowd. So he's going to be bright red. Almost pinkish, some would say.
Okay, another bombardier goes down. I've got one more bombardier left.
This is my last drop, brother.
Yep.
This is why you two are playing and I'm just watching, because I probably be on drop number 2 now. There is something on that actually, which is if you grab a unit and you move it too fast, then the program thinks you want to roll it, so it just bundles everything up into a big bunch. Yeah, so I've had units of 40 Mortec do that, but thankfully in game there's a rewind time button. So if you delete your opponent's Frostlord on Stonehorn by accident, or you flip the table or something, or not, then you can then skip back in time and it will just return to that game state, whatever, 10, 20, 30 seconds behind.
Can I just say that I see Elms in the chat saying, I can't believe someone's allowing a third-party army to be playing Age of Sigmar, and I hate you. I just want you to know that, like, from the deepest part of my soul. Yeah, fuck all of you buddies. All right, so I get to choose who goes first.
You do.
Which is fun. The Warlock Bombardier range on the shots is 18 inches, is that correct?
I can teleport through these holes, remember, as well.
Yeah, but only if you're there. So those two fellas can.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the guys is 18 inches, is that correct?
Yeah, they won't be touching you. And I've got one Doom Wheel, and you'll see what the Doom Wheel can do in a minute if you let me go first.
Oh, yeah, no, go first. Let's go for the adventure. Virtual handshake. Congratulations.
Virtual handshake. Let's do this.
Woohoo! Skaven, go first.
All right, I'm going to play this like a Skaven. Absolutely no clue what's going on. So, first, so all the Bombardiers, they pretty much just got more warp power, apart from the Beat one, which has got a shield to try and stop him getting shot off. So I'm going to try and cast more warp power on the Doom Wheel, the one up front. Okay? And that's just from the guy. Have you got any dispels or anything?
I do, but they're outside of range.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 2 dice here for the cast.
Yeah, you suck! You suck!
Well, yeah, however, I forgot to do my sparks at the beginning.
Yeah,
so
you did.
I get 3 plus D3 sparks, so I've got 6 sparks, so I'm going to use a spark to re-roll that. So,
there's the dice. Just re-roll these, but just do the same thing again. They suck.
Yeah. So I lose a faction point, and on a 1, I believe I take D3 mortal wounds. No, I'm fine. Okay, so this guy's got more warp power, which means he re-rolls hits and wounds.
Wow.
Okay, I'm just trying to think, is there any other? Yeah, I'm going to try and do Mystic Shield on him as well. Cost 6.
Hey, Mark, are they Team Wales dice you're using there?
They are Team Wales dice, so it's a good eye there.
Oh, wow. You've got Team Wales dice. Oh, nice. I'm going to get some Honest Wargamer dice made for it. That'll be fucking cool.
You have to ask Owen nicely. And he may be... Well, actually, no, you have to ask me. Between me and Owen, we probably can do most of the things required for this game, but only together, not individually.
We come as a package.
We come as a package. So we were going to do some Tiger King dice as well, but I don't know if anyone even want those. So
I think... so, yeah, okay, so you've done some spells. Good.
Yeah,
good.
so
in the hero phase for Skaven.
Yeah, I think that might be it for the hero phase, you know. So... movement phase, I'm going to meet this Doom Wheel. So it's going to double his movement, and I'm also going to teleport a Bombardier through over here. So he's 9 away from you.
Yep.
Are you still happy you gave the turn away, Rob?
Yeah, it doesn't stress me out at all. I'm a movement 4 army. I've spent my entire life just being like, you go first. Yeah? Like,
come at me.
Come at me. It doesn't...
So, the roll for the Doom Wheel, so I'm going to double this value.
Okay.
You can re-roll this, though, right?
I can re-roll this.
Then I can... That's so bad!
No.
So he, like...
Right, okay, so I can re-roll that,
but
if I roll any 1s, then Rob gets to move the Doom Wheel for me.
You shouldn't. It's the worst. I did it once in Northern Ireland. You shouldn't re-roll it. You should just accept the fact that you're only going. So what's that? What did you equal? What did you get? 8? No. 7. 14 inches. Just take it.
14 inches. Yeah, but on the other hand, I said I'm going to play this like a Skaven, Rob. I don't want to lie to you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you see, I think I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to re-roll it.
This is such a disaster. If you roll any 1s?
Any 1s.
Okay, this is a huge mistake. Okay, let's watch it.
I disagree. It's a huge mistake.
Yes! Ah! Yeah! Oh my god, this is going to be so much fun. So now I get to move.
So just 32 inches, anywhere you'd like. You run over stuff with.
The exciting thing is you get to move over infantry.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, it's gone insane. Basically, it's gone haywire. So it's going to run over.
So I would like you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go this way, so 6 inches.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go back this way.
Yeah.
To there. So I'm going to try and cross.
Yeah, that's fine. And you're going to kill. Are you going to run over all my clan rats?
And also all the characters.
I think it only affects guy with 3 wounds or less.
Okay.
So it'll only be the clan rats.
Okay.
So. The first lot of clan rats on a 2 up. It does. Do you want to roll these, Rob?
Yeah, please. 2 up.
So on
D3 mortal wounds.
These guys to see if it does mortal wounds. It does. D3 them.
Woohoo! Let's go. It's 3 more wounds. Let's
3,
go.
So that's 3 dead clan rats. They knew what they signed up for.
This unit here. Oh, I failed it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. Roll it. Yeah, and then they take 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
And
I'm starting to regret.
The last unit. Yep, and then it takes 2 mortal wounds on the last unit. So really fun. I'm super proud of you for playing like that. That's the future. What's also nice about this is we get to play games where you're not playing in a tournament, so you could just do things like that. You can have more fun.
Yeah, I mean, I totally wouldn't have done that in a tournament or anything.
I did it at a tournament, so I want you to know that
I think on that note, I think Triumph and Treachery with a few beverages or not, whatever, would be an absolute riot on here.
I'm in. Let's book it in.
Right.
All right.
So these clan rats are going to run. So they get movement 6. They get +2 to run. Ugh. So 9 inches.
It's been a stellar turn so far, Mark. I must say.
It's been entertaining. Let's be serious.
These guys.
What are you doing over there, Doomwheel? What are you doing? You didn't even catch your burning head.
No, I don't really need it until I'm kind of in range. So that's going to be 6 + 2 + 2, so 10. So there. And the guys at the back. Going to run.
So
9.
how's everyone rate the Skaven chances of the win? That's the real question. Twitch chat. Who do you think's got this on the...
I've got it in the bag, mate.
I think you've got it in the bag, mate. Like, the whole way. So, here we go. The big threats, obviously, these Doom Wheels. They actually could do a lot of damage if you roll well. They're so much fun to play with, though. Have you played with them before, Mark?
Yes. Well, only on here. And that's... I had one game against me and my friend Simon. We were practicing some lists. So he had a bunch of salamanders, which are quite good. I don't know if you knew that.
I've heard
They're quite good.
Not too good, though.
Well, I agree to disagree. But I had 4 Doom Wheels, and we just thought what would happen if I had 4 Doom Wheels and I just started running over them. And I just took out 5 MSU units of salamanders. So I was just like, that was fun.
Yes! My hero!
Yeah, it hasn't happened again. Neither will it. Right, moving Doom Wheels. So this Doom Wheel, the one next to the Meat guy.
Yep.
It's going to go... crappy rolls.
Oh, Bill Sousa in the chat. What up, Bill Sousa? How you doing? I hope...
12.
Okay, let's go.
Bombardiers. Going to run up. So 6 + 5, so 11. Is that a champion or anything? Just checking. No, it's just a normal one, so just over here. I just got to check where the important ones are, because there's a general and the... All right, that Bombardier is going to run. So 11.
Yeah.
Sorry, these things are great. These things are great in combat. The Warp Lightning Cannon, so it's 24 + 3, so I can't this turn, so I'm just going to run. The Warp Lightning Cannon's going to run, so a 5 in total. Can it run? I'm not sure. Probably can run. I think it can't charge. This Doom Wheel is going to go... See, that's the roll. That's what I should have done.
Yeah, there you go. Look how far that's
12,
going.
17. So this guy's going to go sort of like this. And this one's just going to do a normal move, the meat one. So what I tend to do with this army is I tend to set up what I like to think of as like a Skaven garage. So there's my 2 heroes that are going to buff it. And then it's just going to go on its merry way. And if Rob has anything to do with it, just stay in a corner.
That's my entire plan. I just want that guy there for the whole game now.
Right. Okay, so I think that's movement. And I think you forgot about this bombardier over here, Rob. He's going to shoot
Oh, shit, son! Who's he shooting?
I don't know. What have we got over here? We got Fireglaves. We got Fireglaves. I'll go for... have you got any CP? Like, is Battle Shock going to be a thing?
Yeah, Battle Shock will be a thing. Like, I mean, if you do... So I ignore the first wound I take in the combat and shooting phase, so potentially save 1. They've got a 4-up armor save, so pretty tanky. But apart from that, like... I mean, Shartor could die. You could knock him out. He's pretty expensive.
He's only got 8 wounds. How many... What's his armor save?
4+.
Oh, Christ, I'll go for him.
All right.
Okay. So it's 4s and 3s. I'm going to overload it.
Yeah, baby.
If I roll a 1, he takes 2d6 mortal wounds.
I know, and that's so exciting. Good luck.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh, it's a miss, but he's all right. He hasn't blown himself up. I think that's it. I score 1 point. Over to you, sir.
Congratulations.
But I've scored lots and lots of Skaven points for playing it correctly.
Yeah, you have loads. So I've got a command point in the bag, start of the game. No endless spells to dispel. First thing you should do at the start of every hero phase. Everyone pay attention. You go through your little process. And then command abilities. I've only got one on the Torok, who won't be using it this turn. And it's also done in the combat phase. My Demon Smiths can cast a spell each, so they will be. I am going to be casting... so this Demon Smith has got a 36-inch spell. There's a lot of options. And I think it's going to be cast on this Doom Wheel, if you're okay with that.
Well, no, but go on.
So it's cast on a 6, and it makes you -1 to hit, but it also means you can't run. That's not overly going to affect you,
what?
but yeah. 6, there you go, Ash Storm. You're in range to unbind, I'm pretty certain. No, you're not, you're out.
I don't think I am.
Oh, no, wait, no, that's not true. This
guy.
Yeah.
Is it your only spell?
No, I've got one more coming from here. It'll either be Fireball, or it'll be Arcane Bolt, or it'll be Mystic Shield. Those will be the options that you've got.
What's the Fireball one?
Fireball. It's
Fireball.
the realm spell from the Realm of Fire. It's also my Allegiance spell. We have an Allegiance. That's our one spell in the spell lore, Fireball.
I'll be out of range of that, apart from this guy. And this guy knew what he was signing up for, quite frankly. So, yeah, I'm going to try and dispel that. Okay, -1.
Yeah, good. So, yeah, so -1 to hit, and also can't run on this Doom Wheel here at the back. Right, now, the other one is I've got an Arcane Bolt, or I'm going to actually do a Mystic Shield. So I'm going to do Mystic Shield and cast it on the front Iron Demon. So, that'll do. So, yeah.
That, Rob, I've done that with 30 Plague Bearers, which was not amusing.
So I'll take that. That's a 6. Good. All right, so on to movement phase then. So the Iron Demons move 10 inches. So I will be doing that. So what's the most functional way for you to do this? So I measure 10, right? And then how do I try and make that as precise as possible?
The best thing to do, Rob, grab it and then press tab and then hold tab as you move. So grab it, hold tab, and now move, and it measures as you move.
Oh my god, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, that's way easier. And then just let go, right? Boof.
Yep.
You guys are geniuses. Okay, so they move 10 inches. So as stated, they will be moving 10 inches. That's just so much quicker. Oh no, wait, grab it and then move, grab and then tab. You guys are legends. This is way easier. Well done. This fucking dude's in my way, which is stressful. But so, is there any combat gauges in the game?
We found a few.
We should invent some.
I did also create some, but I don't know where they are.
I guess our special guests, by the way, are Mark Brooks and Owen Jackson. We'll be putting links up to their guides to doing this, or Mark's guide, or Owen's guide. I'm not sure if you guys are a team at this stage, or Owen. I've heard you're actually giving one-on-one lessons. Is that correct? No.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, somehow keep getting contacted by people, and I am not an authority on computers at all. I should say that actually for anybody, if they're not particularly like computer savvy, like I haven't got a Scooby-Doo about most things to do with computers, and it's pretty intuitive once you know the basics. But yeah, I've had a chat with maybe about 5 or 6 people now, and I can do a tutorial in about 40 minutes. So I don't know if I'm opening myself up to losing lots of time, but if anybody does want to learn, I'd be more than happy to. One thing we should know actually is obviously there's no kind of like chat function within the software itself. Everyone, like, obviously we're chatting on through the show, but Skype. But you know, people have you can chat through Discord or just have a WhatsApp chat with somebody. So if anybody wants to learn, then DM me on Twitter, and I'll talk them through the basics.
So this unit will have to move individually. So because of that, I refuse to move them. It's that simple. By the way, I ran a 2 here, but the drummer that you get in a unit of fire glaives gives you +1 to run. So that's why that unit moves 7 inches. This Demon Smith's going to run. He's going to launch himself forward. Mighty 1, idiot. They are such... I reminded how incredibly slow these guys are all the time. Whenever I play with, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck. These guys suck. Okay, so he's going really far. He's going 12 inches, so... let's put him there. He's a big scary monster. Although I think you're just going to play like Wood Elf Evasion or something pretty similar.
Yeah, but with no evasion.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just do some measuring here. So he's out. I thought so. So that's decent. There you go.
I forgot to do shock, by the way, on these, so I'm going to do that as you go through.
Okay.
So I lost 3 here. Bravery 6.
I've just seen a question in the chat, Rob. I don't want to take your job or anything, but you're concentrating on your movement. Chris Francis, he says, I'm totally useless with computers. How hard is it difficult to get set up? Now, really, my computer isn't particularly fancy, so you just need a reasonable internet connection, and you can see the software, the graphics within the program aren't that complicated. You don't need a particularly good graphics chip or anything. I mean, Mark, you'd probably know a bit more about this. What do you think in terms of computer setup? It's pretty basic.
Hardware?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I would recommend you have a graphics card instead of just relying on like the ones that come with motherboards. But other than that, it's not particularly demanding. We've got a friend that uses like some old laptop to run it. I wouldn't have him host a game, but he can still play it.
And also, one of the things, JP in the chat, when you grab a unit, and then you hold tab, and so I'm holding the unit, I hold tab, and then I move it that distance. That's how I do it. To answer that question. The other thing you could do is, if you don't have a particularly good laptop, but you do have a good internet connection, or just if you're in that situation, unfortunately, there is actually a cloud-based system that you can use. So there is a way to log into cloud computers. That isn't very complicated. It sounds more complicated than it is and a bit scary, but effectively what you use is the processing power of a cloud computer and then you basically create a virtual computer on a cloud. Does that make sense? Imagine logging into Facebook, but instead you're logging into a computer and then you can run stuff on there. It sounds more complicated than it is, but if you don't have a particularly good computer, but it's not a very graphics heavy game, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think internet's more important than anything else. All right, so I've done all my moving. Let's just double check. Oh no, this Demon Smith, he didn't run. So he's running and he's rolled a 4. So he is going. I tell you what, that grab and move is an innovation. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's gonna go to there.
Yeah, it's a game changer, Rob.
It's a game changer.
So he did that.
Okay, so now I'm into the shooting phase. And I'm just going to do a bit of measuring. They're outside range. So my Iron Demon War Engines have got a range of 14 inches. So unfortunately, they're out of range right now, apart from this front one.
Yeah, this one's all right.
So the front one is going to fire. But before I do that, I am going to unload with these fire glaives, which only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can see. So see that doom lot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I tell you what, this game is quite cinematic. Being able to do this is nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted to get all my armies painted for when lockdown's over. This is really pissing me off. I'm not going to lie.
This won't help you with that.
This will not help me at all. I was doing really well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this unit didn't move, but how many did I say could see? 5.
I don't know.
This is what I do in games, by the way, to fuck with my opponents.
This is what I do in games.
I don't know my own shit. I'm like, what did I say? And they're like, what? No, I'm not keeping track. Okay, so 5. So they didn't move, so they can reroll 1s. So they hit on 4s, they reroll 1s. I'm shooting at the Bombardier. Any 6s cause a mortal wound.
Oh dear.
There we go.
Oh dear,
so
oh dear.
Reroll the 1s. So there's 2 1s there. So grab those up.
Hey Rob.
Yeah.
Have you ever used the little dice rolling box?
I have not. Where is it?
You're going to love this. Okay. If you for the next unit you shoot, basically in your area where you had your models before the game started, there's like a long, thin panoramic panel that looks like a piece of slate with a little brown box. Basically, you can drop dice into that, and it like auto rolls them and lays them all out in all your 5s, all your 6s, all your 4s, 3s, 2, 1s. So it's much easier to go through, especially when you're firing lots of shots or you're doing lots of attacks.
Okay, well, explain it to me. So I've got I've currently got 2 mortal wounds. So you take 2 mortal wounds there, Mark.
Yep.
And then I haven't hit with anything else, so that's good. We can just ignore this for the minute. I've got another unit of 10 fireglaves to shoot. So I've got 10 shots to do. So what do I do?
Well,
10 dice here.
Helpfully, there's 10 dice on that piece of slate. So grab all them.
Yep.
And then drop them in the little brown box. There we go.
Oh.
Bosh.
Oh, bosh. Okay.
So then you just delete the misses or move the misses away.
Okay. All right. Wow, that's incredible. That's way quicker than this system. All right, let's get rid of those, unfortunately. That's sad.
So is that 3 mortal wounds?
That's 3 mortal wounds from that unit.
Goodbye, Bombardier. Chuck him over here.
Apparently, it's been programmed to bang... I'm not sure what that says. Apparently, J. Luke thinks that maybe that's been programmed to roll on average, but I'm not sure if that's the case. This little box.
I don't think so.
No, because that was 360.
Not the way I've rolled in some games, bloody hell.
Right, anyway, so that's good. That's all that shooting. So this unit hasn't got any more shooting to do. No one else is in range, with the exception of this Iron Demon War Engine. Now, the Iron Demon War Engine has 2d6 shots, but you can overpower it, which I will be doing, and you can turn it into 4d6. However, if I roll over 12 shots, 12 or more, then what happens is I end up taking D3 mortal wounds. So I've rolled a 9, 12, 14 shots. So I do take D3 mortal wounds.
That is nothing.
However, because I ignore the first wound, that's 1. I ignore the first wound I take in the shooting phase on every unit because of my allegiance ability. Then that means 0. He just took 0 wounds, which is fun, this unit here. But I did get 14 shots. So let's use this little dice calculator. So I want this. So I want to add some more dice. So I've got 10. So I want to add 14. Is that correct?
That's right.
There you go. And then put them in there. Oh, so to let you know what's happening, I hit on 4s. I wound on 3s. It's Ren 2 and it's damage 1.
Who are you shooting? Which one?
Oh, the Warlock, the only one that's close enough, right? There's only one. Oh, there's 2. This one.
You get -1 to hit that one because he's got lookout, sir.
Well, then,
so
thank you so much. That guy.
Yeah.
So there we go. Stick him in here.
I think this might be a good point if anybody missed the start of the show, then like Rob was copying and pasting dice there, any element within the game you can copy and paste. So if you deploy a unit as a nice block of 20 in a specific formation and you want to deploy another 20 in the same way, you can just grab that 20, copy it and paste it and then sort of move it and deploy it. Or,
so,
for split. Yeah.
So is that 5 at -2?
5 at -2 right there.
He is gone.
Boom. Boom. There you go. For no wounds lost. And that is the end of my turn right now. So all my shooting, I've got no charges to declare. Oh, actually, no, I have charges to declare. Have I got any? No, I've got no charges to declare. So, but I scored 1 point, which is exciting. Woohoo! Right there.
I think this might be slightly vital. This roll off, Rob.
This priority roll. Don't give all the haters on the internet who think it's only about the priority roll.
No, it's because I pushed all my shooting stuff up.
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh, it's such a disaster for you.
It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine.
Right, let's go on then. Take the turn. Let's see what you can do. Let's go.
I'm gonna take the turn.
Yeah, well, it's obviously, if anyone thinks I'm making a poor tactical choice, you're correct, obviously. But I'm clearly making a fun choice. Otherwise, I'm just going to go forward and delete all of his army. So let's see what you can do. Let's have it.
Okay, let's do this. So, first of all, this guy back here, very useful Doom Wheel, takes D3 mortal wounds from more warp power. He takes a mortal wound and thinks about what he's done. Oh, and on a 4+ from the, so he takes another D3. That was from doubling his movement. So he takes another 3 mortal wounds.
Good.
All the Skaven players are so proud of you right now, Mark.
They're probably tearing their hair out. Right, so spells is only one that really matters is more and more warp power. I'm going to be putting it on this doom wheel here that's in the garage. So that goes off in a 7. Funnily enough, I'm going to be spending a reroll on that.
You got this. I believe in you.
Yeah, goes off in an 8.
So where is it?
It was this one here. I think it's the general.
Oh, he's miles out. 33. Yeah, not in range. Not in range.
Okay, so that's
Can't
going
unbind.
on the doom wheel. This one that's up front, the bombardier, he's just within range 13 of this guy.
Yeah.
So he's going to do his like lightning storm.
Okay.
And I'm going to overpower it. So it costs 5. If for whatever reason it fails, he takes D6 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Playing like a Skaven.
It's the best spell. I'm with you. You got this. So let's
That's a
cast.
7.
Can I unbind it? So this demon smith here is going to try and unbind it. Oh, it's 9!
So I take D6 mortal wounds. It's fine. It's fine. He's got 1 left.
Good.
Rob.
Yes.
I think a good thing at this stage, again, to highlight is just initially I was a little bit skeptical about Tabletop Simulator, just because you're so separated from your models and everything. But one thing that is replicated, and a lot of people I've played, when they had their first game, they're like those dice rolling moments, whether it's physical or digital, it still feels the same when you like double 6 the charge, or your opponent double 1s on something and blows themselves up. Like those dramatic gaming moments, they happen regardless of whether it's Tabletop Simulator or a real game. So I think that is a massive plus for it. You get to have a laugh with your mates. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah, honestly, Owen, I'm not going to say to you that I'm going to start streaming a game a day, but that might be what's going to happen. So anyway, just try and not get me into it. Otherwise, I'll just live here. Like.
Oh yeah. I'm going to do Mystic Shield on this Doom Wheel just quickly. Cast on sick goes off.
Do what you need to.
2
Do what you
buffs.
need to. You got nothing on me, Mark. Nothing. Yeah. I've given you the turn. Yeah. Imagine how.
And they're still not going to do anything. Right. Okay. So I think that's it
My arm
for
looks
hero
amazing.
phasing. I'm going to double the movement of the Doom Wheel again. Oh wait, one more spell. One more spell I need to do. I need to get the burning head out, don't I? Obviously. So it'll be from the meat one. So that goes off in a 7.
I am out of range to unbind, so you're all good.
So that allows me to re-roll hits of 1, which makes the overloading slightly safer. Obviously not safe because it's
safer.
But safer. I can't remember the range. I think it might be 12 or something like that. So it's basic, and then it moves a bit. So I can D3 mortal wound stuff, but it's got I think a 9-inch aura of re-roll 1s.
You can do this.
Yes.
I believe in you.
Wholly within, I think.
Wholly within.
Yeah.
You've got to be wholly within.
So
There's got to
these guys
be another version of the endless spells.
What, a 3D one?
Yeah.
For potentially. I just grab what was there.
Oh my god, I'm going to get so fucking into this later. Oh, this is so good. Okay.
I'm going to teleport through the Nor hole.
Do what you like, mate. Remember what happened last time? You got smoked.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. That was just a one-off.
One thing, Rob, you've talked about the fear of like not painting anything because you're playing online.
Yeah.
I think there is a counterpoint to that, which is the fact that I lost motivation to paint because there were no tournaments. But then off the back of playing some online games, it like stoked the fires, and it made me want to paint up some of the models I had lying around. So it is a double-edged sword. Whilst you might not be playing many games in real life, playing these tabletop games, they do get you inspired to get stuff painted. So it can help. It doesn't hinder.
Yes, I can understand that completely.
I'm just going to run these clan rats.
I'm just answering a couple of questions in the chat. Halalex says that there are some, so we're going to find out where they are. It doesn't require 2 players. You can just set this up and practice on your own, which is a great space to do so, which I think is fun. Mark's doing the movement, so answering all those questions.
Yeah.
And if you guys are just joining us, you just go to the Steam Workshop, and you need to buy Tabletop Simulator. I mean, Tabletop Simulator must be making fucking cash money right now, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that earlier. I wish I got shares. Yeah. But yeah, it's $14.99 on Steam, which, you pay more for a single character model, and to get us through this isolation, it's a small price to pay, I think. One thing I saw Desert Sketch was asking how to do it. I'd be happy to give people a tutorial. It takes about 40 minutes. Download the program, but just contact me on Twitter if anybody wants a quick tutorial.
Well, I think we just crapped out on the internet, so I apologise about that, everyone. We'll just go to the end of turn 2, Mark, as a tutorial.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
And then
I'll do it as quick as I can. It's just sort of getting stuff in.
Oh no, don't worry about it. It's not a question of speed. It's just it's really exciting, and I now want to go and make sure I've got everything installed to set this up properly later. And it was meant to only be an introduction, right?
Yes.
This is
we've done all the phases, haven't we? So now it's just how much stuff can I blow up?
Nothing. Is the answer.
Speaking of blowing stuff up, it's this time. It's Doom Wheel's time for.
Did you roll all those ones? Oh right, okay.
For God's sake, come on!
Roll it again, come on!
I think I've got to roll it again, haven't I? But, statistically, I can't roll that many ones again. It's just, I'd have broken maths by that point, so I'll have to re-roll that, I'm afraid, guys. No!
You suck so much. This is great. Okay.
16, if you'd like to move that for me, Rob. Yeah?
I'm going to move... Oh, no, I don't want to get too close to I'm going to go here. What is it, 16?
60. It's only moved 16 this time, because that was a really shit roll.
Is it not times 2?
Yeah, so that's 8 times 2.
Oh, 16. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I probably can only get to about here and clip these guys, which is the plan.
Screw you, Rob.
Yeah.
They look stupid now.
I can't grab your guy, so it's just move them over there.
Oh, just move over there. So on a 2-up. Nope. Clam rats just put these up at you. They don't give a shit. Okay, right, let's get... the other Doom Wheels. So the slightly knackered Doom Wheel is going to move. 3, 6, 10.
Yeah, sorry. Just seeing that the internet's crapped out, so I apologise to everyone about that. We'll try and get that sorted ASAP.
This Doom Wheel. He's got loads of movement.
He's got loads of movement.
Go in.
He's doing it.
And one at the back. Again, really good roll. 8, 15. Okay. Shooting. Bombardier over here. He's going to overload, obviously. And this guy here is going to spark up.
Good.
So.
He's not going to get much done then.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to shoot your fire glaives.
Okay.
He's going to overload, obviously.
Good
4s.
luck.
Hits. Oh, it misses.
Yeah,
okay.
baby. You've had
Right,
a terrible
I'm going to
round.
overload this warp lightning cannon into this fellow over here. So I roll a dice, and then I've got to roll under that to do mortal wounds, and it's going to be 12 dice. So this is a 1 would be really good. Oh, for God's sake!
Yes. You suck.
So I rolled 12 dice, and if I get a 6, it's a mortal wound. Any 1 is D3 mortal wounds to me.
Oh dear.
Come on.
Oh, so I take D3 mortal wounds. Let's take 1 mortal wound. Great job, dickhead.
Amazing.
I think he's got 8 wounds. Right, okay. Speaking of poor decisions. So I've sparked up this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all should be in range of this guy. Actually, one's out. So it will be this guy getting sparked up, this guy getting sparked up, and this guy getting sparked up. So I'll 13 inches. Yeah, I'll shoot with this one first of all. So he has D6 attacks. He's -1 to hit, but I'm going to overload it to make it 2d6.
Good luck.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong in this world? Oh my god, amazing.
That was fine. That was fine. So it's 4s and 3s. 4s. 3s. 1 at -1.
Oh, okay. So he's got a 3-up save. So it's a 4-up save, and he's got Mystic Shield on him. So 4s to save. Oh no, go straight through.
D3 plus 1 damage. 2 damage.
So how do you track wounds? That's the great thing.
Right. So what I do is, you see this guy, whoever made it, is a lovely fellow, has put 11 out of 11.
Yeah.
When you mouse over it, if you right click, you can see in the name 11 out of 11, and you can edit it. So you can put 10 out of 11.
Okay. Easy peasy. That's great.
Now, yeah. Right. The bombardier at the arse end is going to overload his weapon, but he can re-roll 1s, which I've just forgot to do. But anyway, so 4s re-rolling 1s. Hits. Wounds. -1.
Oh, this guy on the Iron Demon War Engine. Okay, so he's 4-up save. Oh no, another 2. This dice only rolls 2s.
2d6 plus 1 damage.
Oh, 6 damage. Okay, so he's only got 4 left now.
Right, and the last bombardier that's in range, the one on 1 health, is going to overload his weapon. So 4s, misses, loser. That might be it. Oh, did I do this one over here? Yeah, he fluffed it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so charges. Just this doom wheel here needs like an 8 or a 9.
Yes.
That'll do.
Oh, he's
2+ though. He does the mortal wound on the charge, right?
Yeah.
These guys are incredible, the Doom Wheels. Oh, D3 mortal wounds. Oh,
so,
2. So he's only got 2 wounds left.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so this Doom Wheel with -1 to hit is going to attack. And he's got... I think he's out of range of this now. Yeah, he is. So it's D6 attacks. 4. I think it's 4s and 3s. 3s and 3s for the little whir thing. I've got the book next to me. I would recommend, if whatever army you're going to play, have the book in front of you. You still need it. 3s and 3s with -1.
What's nice is it doesn't take any of the table space up. Like, if you were playing at Warhammer World, for instance, I'd try and I'd have like a book here, I'd have a drink here, like all sorts.
So 2 at -1.
On the Iron Demon War Engine.
Yep.
Oh, he's got a 4-up save to make re-rolling 1s, otherwise. Oh, he's got to re-roll that one. Re-roll that one. Here we go. Yes, save both.
Right, it's all right. I've got the teeth and knives. They're going to have you. So it's 6s to hit.
Saved both.
6s to hit. No. Okay, over to you.
There are tokens you can click up and down. Right, over to me. Close combat. Honestly, this guy has not been in close combat for maybe a year of my life. So he's got his crushing bulk, and because he's so wounded, he's only got 2 attacks now. So I'll just roll these guys. He hits on 4. Oh, nice. And he wounds on a 4. Oh, that's 1 at no minus. And it does 2 damage. Nice.
Take 2.
Okay. I'm into it. There you go. Is that all have you shot this bombardier at the bottom?
Yeah, I think he missed.
Oh, heartbreak.
Sounds like something he'd do.
It does sound like something you would do.
Yeah, so I score 5 and it's your turn too.
Amazing. Great turn. Great turn.
Great turn. Great turn. Great tactical choice by you as well, letting me go.
Well, one of the things that is important for you all to remember is that Chaos Dwarves actually want you to be as close to them as possible. So I sometimes don't mind. I'm like, just come on, let's see what you're going to do. Right. Into the hero phase, I get a command point. Whoosh. I check to see if there's any spells I want to unbind, and there is one there, but I do not want to unbind it. And then I do my hero phase stuff, which is command ability is done in the combat phase, so I'm not going to do that. And then the Demon Smith is going to try and cast... in fact, I'm just going to skip the hero phase. And then the Iron Demons are going to start to move, I think is what's going to happen. So this one here is going to move a total of 10 inches. I think he might be within 3 there. He is. So
yep, that's fine.
I need to be out a tiny bit. And then Chartor is going to move his 7 inches. Come on, Chartor. I don't know why he only moves 7. I feel like it could be a bit bigger, but whatever.
That's a very weird number.
Yeah, it's super weird, and I'm not really sure why. This Iron Demon War Engine will similarly move, try and get within 3. These Chaos Dwarves are going to move their 4. Come on, come on, Fireglaves. I just want you all to know that I'm going to be streaming a lot of this game. I've just decided while we're playing, so you guys are dicks. I just want you to know that. I'm going to be doing this all day, every day. Like, that's all I'm going to do. It's so much fun. Fuck! Fuck me! Oh, fuck. It's okay. Whatever. I was trying to get healthy and thin, but never mind. We'll just scrap that. Screw that.
Nah, just get fat and happy, mate. That's it.
That's me. Sorry, I cheated. I moved them a little bit more than they should have. There you go, 3 inches. And then those Fireglaves will stay. These Fireglaves will move 4. Have I moved these? Don't think so.
No. I think you can move them.
Good. So they can move.
Rob, can I just talk about something? Bill Souza in the chat has made reference to a really good map, which is kind of like whilst we've loaded up a sort of specific map for one scenario, then there's a guy called Dainok Age of Sigmar, Deinok. Now he's set up basically a master table, which has objective markers just like the Honest Wargamer ones. He's got tokens, counters, every single piece of terrain, every single piece of every single endless spell. So that's a really good sort of master table to work with. The only downside to that I've found sometimes is there's so many elements for the computer to process that if your opponent doesn't have a good computer, then it can struggle a little bit. But yeah, if people wanted like a single master map from which they can basically play anything, then yeah, Dainok Age of Sigmar is the one.
That's the one I use.
Oh, this guy doesn't want to seem to move. I don't know why, but
what are you trying to do? Just get him around there. Yeah, this is what we were talking. This is what we were talking about with the terrain sometimes, and it can take you out of the moment. Let's say.
Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty good. I mean, the initial reason I wasn't super into it was because of how your models look, Mark. This kind of, but when my models look like this, like I'm well into it. It looks rad. Okay, I've done some moving. I mean, it's not super effective, but it'll do for now. Which is all I really care about. So these Fireglaves are going to open up into this Doom Bombardier at the bottom. So
go on then.
I'm going to get 10 shots. They have moved, so they don't get to reroll their wands, unfortunately. Stick that in the little dice thing. This thing's cool. It's 2 mortal wounds and 3 hits. They're in addition, by the way. 4's to wound.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Is 4 more at -1.
4 more at -1. Okay, so 6 up. Oh! He's got 1 left, I think.
Oh, no! I'm going to have to charge him.
Good old Team Wales dice.
The Iron Demon War Engine is going to shoot 46 shots. As you can see, he's rolled a 9 and he's rolled 14, which means he takes D3 mortal wounds, which is 2, and then unfortunately he only ignores 1, so he's taken a wound, which is pretty much what happens most of the time. But 14 shots, I'll take that. That's not bad. Let's see how many this is. There we go. Perfect.
There you
go. They hit on 4s. There we go. And then that's rubbish. But they wound on 3s. They wound on 3s. There you go. That's 3 on these kind of rats at -2.
Oh, go straight through. So 3 dead.
Okay, sweet. This Iron Demon War Engine is going to fire into the Doom Wheel. So 46 shots.
Bring it.
46 shots. Let's go. Come on, boys. Oh, there we go. So 18 shots. He takes D3 mortal wounds. He takes 2, and he ignores 1. So he's taken a wound. That's nice. Mechanically pretty slow. So, but 18 shots. So stick all them in there. Grab that dice. Oh, they've stuck on top of each other. That's hilarious. So they hit on 4s, shoot at that Demon Wheel, and they wound on 3s. So take them out. This is much quicker. So much quicker. Dear God, that's fast. And then, so that you have got, at -2 on the Doom wheel, you've got 11 saves to make.
-2, so these are all 6 up.
Yeah.
So I save... yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
baby.
Doom wheel.
Yeah, baby.
He knew what he was getting into.
This Doom wheel is going to shoot at this unit of clan rats here, so that you can see. So not the one that's closest to him, because I'm going to try and deal with those in a moment. And they are going to do 46 shots, and they hit on... Oh, no, he's not that many. Rubbish. So he's got 8 shots, and then hit on 4s, wound on 3s. Let's see if they can do it. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Nice, that'll do. And then win on 3s. There you go, boys.
So 4 at -2, was it?
4 at -2.
Okay, so it was these ones at the back here, yeah?
Pardon me?
Was it the ones at the back, the clan rats?
Yes.
Yep, 4 dead.
Okay, so I think that's all on my shooting. Oh, these fire glaives, are they in range? Let's cover quick measure. They
What's the
are
range?
in range. 16 inches.
Oh yeah, they're fine.
So 10 shots. Here we go. There's no real strategy to this, by the way, Mark. It's quite clear. I'm like,
Do you think there's been any strategy in my...
a mortal wound plus 4 at -1 into this
4
unit.
at
of clan
-1.
rats.
Okay, so 6s. So 6 dead.
Good. All right, positives. All right, well, I think, Mark, we can leave it there because the internet's crapped out again. And,
Okay.
I'm going to go and fix that. But this has been a delightful experience. Thank you very much.
Virtual handshake.
And I hope everyone... Oh, yeah, virtual handshake. Yeah. Owen, also, thank you so much for taking us through this, and Mark. And I'll include all the links. How about we use the Honest Wargamer blog that we've got now? We post it all up on there. Do you think that will help direct people to stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because Mark, there's the guide that Mark's done. I think it would be remiss if we didn't shout out Adam Mumford's tournament this weekend.
Yes.
I know that I did ask him and said, look, are you okay if we shout it out? And he was like, yeah, more the merrier. So he's Plymouth Troll Slayers, and he's set up a tournament, basically a one-dayer tomorrow. And I think the easiest way to there's a Discord chat, but probably contacting him initially through Twitter might be the way to do it. Let me just see if I can get his... God, this is great. Adam, here we go. He is at Adam_Gotrek boy, BOI. So at Adam_Gotrek boy. He is running it, and as I say, he would happily take on... I think there's probably about 20 of us so far, 3 games tomorrow.
It's going to be great.
So yeah, it's going to be wicked.
Well, yeah, and we might be doing some coverage for it. That's something I'm going to try and sort out after this show, which is very exciting. So let us know. We'll see what you guys think. But you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. And also thanks for being legends in the community, like doing one-on-one tutorials, setting this up, Mark. I know you were one of the early people to push for this. So I think you guys are just absolutely wonderful. So thank you for being here and doing this. It's great. Also,
Welcome.
fuck you, because I really want to play loads now.
Really help.
Yes!
Shit!
Our job is complete then in that case, Mark. We did it.
Yes.
Oh,
Broken another soul.
Welcome to the new meta. All right, cool. All right, well, you guys are great. Thanks for being great. We'll talk to you guys soon. If you've been watching this live, keep your eyes posted. Bill Susan, lovely seeing you. Hello, Lex. Like I say, we'll try and get that blog up later today. I'll try and sort that out. And then we'll talk to you guys soon. So have a great day.